Hey guys, welcome back to TAMIYA Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So in this short video, as the majority of you watching will know, TAMIYA Legends is going to brushless and with Lipo. I have gone brushless and Lipo quite a few years ago when I was racing, but it's been a while to be honest. So I had to learn it all again because I've been using NIMS. So I thought it'd be cool to make this short video and we'll just go through the process of charging the Lipo. So I've gone for a Sky RC IMAX B60 Mini. It's a universal multi-charger. It does all the batteries, Lipo, Li-Fi, NiCad, NIM, and others. I've got a AC/DC adapter for it. We're going for 2S 4000 milliamp Lipo. So when I mentioned we were going to Lipo and brushless, I got quite a few comments of people who were interested in doing the same with the vintage buggies. So I thought it'd be pretty cool if I just do this step by step and we'll kind of go through it together. I'm by no means an expert on this, so we'll take it easy. We'll go through the charging process. We'll talk about what the balance plug does. I've not got vast knowledge in this, but I can tell you what I do know. So let's have a look at what we got. So the charger itself is really dinky. It's got a bit of weight to it. Straight off the bat I noticed that the balancing ports are actually built into the unit. In previous units I've had, it's just plugged into this unit and you have the balance board separately. It's no biggie, although the balancing leads on batteries are generally short, so it makes it a little bit fiddly to get it in. So anyway, you get this dinky charger. As I say, we've got an AC/DC supply. We bought the Kaniji 2S 4000 milliamp batteries from Amazon. So what have we got? So we've got the leads. So the ones we use, we've also got this. This is the charging port that plugs directly in here, and then it's got the Dean's connector to mount to your 2S battery. It also comes with the same power adapter, but for the DC supply. So if you're using a car battery, so you get that with it. And then we get 4 different connections. Don't know a great deal about these. I don't know what these connectors are, to be honest. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. So anyway, we get them, so they may come in handy in the future. So what we do know, straight off the bat, is this is with NIMS and NiCads, you just get your charger, you plug it in, and it pretty much does everything. With this, you've got to make sure that, because Lipos can be quite dangerous. There's a lot of scaremongering out there about the bursting flames and stuff, and they have done in the past. But you've just got to take your time and make sure that the screen's got the right output. Now, as again, I'm no expert, but a 2S stands for 2-cell, 3S, 3-cell. 2S, a single Lipo cell is 3.7 volts, hence why this 2S battery is 11.4 volts. So you have to make sure that individually the cell is set to 3.7. I always balance charge, which means obviously you plug this separate plug in. I've always been told that if you can, always balance charge them, and obviously it balances the 2 cells, that's the idea. Now I know that you don't have to do that, but as I said, I've been told that's the best way to do it. I'm not too sure if there's a time saving if charging unbalanced is a little bit quicker. I'm not too sure. I believe this charges at 6 amps, which again means nothing to me. So we'll set the stopwatch. I presume this battery will have come in storage mode from Amazon. Because again, I believe you don't keep Lipos fully charged all the time. Storage mode is just, it is what it says. It's a safe way of storing them while you're not using them. Another feature, these chargers do a lot, or any general Lipo charger does a lot of cool stuff. But when you've got a fully charged Lipo, you can plug it in when you're not, just for argument's sake, you charged it for tomorrow and tomorrow doesn't come and you don't use it. You can plug it back into here, go into storage mode, and it'll discharge it to the safe level for storage, which is a cool thing. So this is what I need to learn about. So I think less chatting, let's get it plugged in step by step and let's see what the screen says. Let's see if we can get this connected. So the first thing, I'm not powered up to the mains just yet, but the power adapter plugs in to there. There's only one socket, so that's quite straightforward. Obviously we've got the power jack with the Dean's connector on, which is obviously positive and negative. It's marked positive and negative here, but it also colour coded. So those jacks plug in there. and I believe you connect it before you put the power on, I believe. So then we have the balancing port. Now you have various different ones on here. I guess you could get it wrong, but it's got a little table here which tells you which jack does what, and obviously we're going into the 2 cell, which is top left. You need to make sure it only fits in one way. So that connects like that. So that's your balance port in, and then you're just left with your Dean's connection, which just double check polarity, and then that goes in. Ooh, that's nice and tight. So that's a Dean's connection in with the right polarity. So now let's just put this on the floor and we'll plug this in. So let's see if we can bring this a little bit lower so you can see what's going on, hopefully. So what it's saying is, probably shouldn't do this, shouldn't probably lift it up. Sorry, I'll see if I can get this closer for you. So it's saying Lipo balance charge, 2.2 amps, 7.4 volt, 2S. So what that's telling me is it's read the battery. The only bit I'm confused about is the 2.2. Right, so that's all the connections made. So now let's just plug the power in. Which we do, screen comes on. It should automatically start reading the battery. So as Lipo balance charge, 5 amps is set up at 7.4 volts 2S, which is correct, apart from we've got to set the charge rate to the battery. So I believe a 4000 milliamp battery, you have to set this to 4 amps. So we start it and then we bring the ampage down to 4. So Lipo charging, 4 amps, start, 2S is correct. And I believe we hold it down, battery check, confirm, confirm, and off it goes. So it's telling us Lipo 2S, the ampage starts to creep up, the voltage I believe comes down as the battery charges. We've got a timer that's telling us how long it's taking, and I believe this is the amps that go into your battery. So I think from memory, at the moment it's starting at like 7.8 volts and from 0, but I believe when it's charged your voltage comes down to 0 and your amps is up at 4000 or whatever it is. So we'll just leave it alone now and we'll see how long that takes. Right, that's finished. So this 4000 milliamp 2S battery took 36 minutes to charge. In the beginning of this video I made a few mistakes, so while it's been charging I was reading up on it. So I told you that a single cell is 3.7 volts, but then I went on to tell you that a 2 cell is 11.8. It's not, it's marked up here, the 2 cell is 7.4 volt. So sorry for that. I also got very confused with the charging rate on it. It was set at standard at 2.2 and it goes up to 6 milliamps, and for some reason I just thought the higher up the ampage you go, the quicker it charges, and it's not. Of course, it's to set it up to your battery. So a 4000 milliamp battery, you set it at 4 amps charging, which is really obvious, isn't it? So anyway, that's charged up now. I think I made another mistake telling you what the bottom right hand side of the screen meant, that it'd go up to 4000 milliamps. No, it doesn't at all. It ended up at about just 1600 and odd. So when you're charging the screen, as it initially starts, it goes up at the charging rate of 4 amps, and then that drops down to basically 0 when it's charged. Your voltage, because it was in storage mode, was around about 7.2. That goes up to about 8.4 or 8.39. And as I say, that bottom corner, which I do need to read up on, ended up at just under 1700, which is probably the capacity of the cell. I don't know, I'm guessing. Anyway, so that went okay. So the battery's fully charged now. I've also got a Lipo safe bag, which I believe is a must. It's just a fire retardant bag to store your charged batteries in, but we've only got one at the moment. So that's it. So hopefully you'll see this in action in the Stadium Thunder very soon. Forgive me if you knew all this already, this wasn't the point of this video, this was just for me to make a video doing it step by step, and obviously the comments that you guys leave will help me in the future. So I'll shut up. So once again, thank you for watching, and if you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us, that would be much appreciated. And most of all, happy arseing.